Then may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey,
There we go.
are we
Hello.
live?
Are we there? Can everyone see us?
Are we all right? Are we there? Evening, everybody. Very
Yeah,
dramatic.
there we
It's
go.
awesome, sorry, isn't it?
Right, evening,
awesome.
guys. Welcome to the first movie chats with Big Steve and Little Steve. I'd like to say bear with us. Obviously, we're still working out the little details of how this all works. So, right. Okay, so you know who I am. You know, I'm the one that's going to give you all the spoiler alerts. And you know who this guy is next to me, whichever way that way.
Hey, good
Okay.
picture and sound. Nice one, Rich. Oh, bless. Oh, well, we're getting there, aren't we? We're back live again, which is a good thing.
Yes. Yes, Catan, I know my screen looks a bit misty. I've gone on the laptop today instead of the phone. So it's going to order a new webcam for next week. So I'll be back in me full HD.
In all your glory.
All my glory. Yeah.
It's like the Photoshop version of you, isn't it?
It is, yeah. This is what I look like when I don't have my filters on.
Oh, there's so many people here, man.
Oh no, 12. We're doing well. We're getting there.
Hey, that's that. I'm not complaining. That's awesome. Hey, guys. Oh, bloody hell. What a day. So I'm hoping to get into what has now been described as my movie room. So in order for me to have my movie room, my little lads get in the bigger room rather than the box room. So I'm hoping I can get in there for next week, hopefully, because I've got a couple of days to myself. So hopefully you'll be able to see all my Blu-rays in all the glory. But yeah, I'm got a bit of hard work to do, but hopefully I'll get a decent setup by that point. But we're just seeing how we're getting on today, aren't we?
Yeah. So the plan for today is obviously to have a bit of a chinwag and chat, see if we can get somebody on, and then explain how we'd like this to go and run some things past each other as well as the chat. Okay, so unfortunately I haven't actually got like any set format for this evening. So no, I haven't. No, believe it or not, I am not as organized as I used to be in my old age. So if we just go get the chat going.
Yeah, we will do. Yeah. Chris has said add mods using the YouTube chat window.
How do I get to the YouTube chat window?
I'll let you have a play. I'm going to go through some bits I picked up. I've spent a bit of money the last couple of days, so I thought I might just show a few. First one is Spiral. I'm hoping to watch that. I'm a bit of a Saw fan, so I'm hoping that'll be a good one to watch. I picked up this today for £1 in Cash Generator. Blade the series.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that. Bit of Dogma. You ever seen that?
Now, I had a copy of Dogma, or I've got a copy of Dogma, but Lana needed a CD, DVD case or something, so she took the DVD case, so it's now just sitting in the...
Wounded.
Yeah.
Wounded. Yeah, so I picked up quite a few, to be fair, but I've got The Little Things. That's quite a good movie. I saw that the other week on a DVD.
Mm-hmm.
What year is it? 2020.
Yeah,
that's definitely worth a watch. I finally got a copy of both the Ace Venturas. I'm chuffed about that one because I only ever had the first one on Blu-ray. What else did I get? This is one for Chris. A League of Their Own. That's an awesome film. If somebody hasn't seen it,
Mm-hmm.
I got The Elephant Man. It's quite a nice case actually. This one, it's like a book.
Oh, cool. Does that give you like screenshots and stuff, or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there was a couple of them, but it's got like a book inside there. So I mean, I haven't seen that for years, but it's still a classic. I've never seen this, but I'm hoping it's good. Which is Time Bandits. I looked at it, and I think it's a bit like a Monty Python.
Mm.
There's another classic which I've never seen yet, which is Kes. That's from like the 70s. Yeah, it's not a bad one. Chariots of Fire.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. And then these I picked up today, and I couldn't not pick them up. Short Circuit 2. Hackers. Amazing film. It's probably really dated by now, and definitely one of my childhood favourites. Street Fighter. Yes, which I know. Is it Chris that was a bigger fan of Street Fighter? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Street Fighter's Mortal Kombat, wasn't it? I think they were his two favourite films that we reviewed.
Yeah, I think you remember. I remember him saying how good they were, and everybody should watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've got quite a few, but they were the ones that I was really looking forward to picking up, so I'm happy with them.
Mm.
But hopefully, I've just bought a new shelving unit today, so hopefully I can fit most of what I've got over on there. Well, I'm hoping she comes home and I've just got shelves as far as I can see.
So. Well, we've got quite a few joining us now. Tori's in, Gary's in.
Hey guys.
Catan's in, Lana's in. Someone called Cookie in the Haydens.
Yeah, he's come to see how we're getting on.
Yeah, so Rich is in. Joanne Noble's in. Hi, Joanne. The Dave, Pete.
Yeah, cheers, Rich. That Kes one, I knew it was like it's in the top 100, so I knew to sort of to pick it up because I'd never seen it. But when I saw the trailer, I didn't realise what the sort of film was about. It's like this kid that's obviously going through some difficulties, and has a pet bird. But yeah, it looks really good. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've managed to find a TV series, a 4-part series of Titanic. So I'm hoping that's pretty good. There's some good actors in it as well. ITV. So yeah. But anyway, that's what we're saying in the chat.
They're just everyone saying hello to each other.
Right, okay.
Which is nice. They're not paying attention to me and you, which is great. Takes the pressure off a little bit.
Officially, you are cacking it tonight, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I said to Lance at 6 o'clock, I'm going upstairs. I'm going to get it all set up so I know that when I hit that live button, we are going live. And she went, yeah, but it's only 6 o'clock. What are you going to do for an hour?
You've literally been sat there since 6 o'clock.
I've been just making sure that everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. But no. So is anyone from the chat watched anything good as of last week, or it is tough to be in the hot seat, Chris? You're right. Yes, there you go. However, I am managing to keep up the chat.
He said to me before, he was like, "Do you want me to kick you off and bring you back on?" Oh, thanks for that, mate.
I didn't know how it was going to work when I hit that live button. I don't know.
So what have you seen this week? Anything good?
I've been watching season 2 of Stargirl. That's come back onto Amazon.
Is that any good? Because it looks a bit cheesy as hell, that when I looked at it.
It is cheesy as hell. It's taken by one of the off characters in one of the shorter comic book range that they did. But it's like based on the Justice Society of America, not the Justice League of America. And then they all get killed off or whatever, and then it's who's taking their roles going on. So I quite enjoyed it, or do quite enjoy it. And then obviously Star Trek Lower Decks has started again. on Amazon. That's come on to season 2, so I've started watching that.
Chris,
well,
are we going to take it in turns to host? Yeah, I mean, we are, yeah. I mean, we've both got the login and everything. It's just that it was easier tonight because I need to get my Mac. I don't think my Mac's up to it. So I'm going to look at getting a new one. So it was easier just to go through his laptop today. But ultimately, the plan for me is if I get a bit more confidence, I'd like to do a couple of sort of videos that aren't lives and upload them and see how we get on with them. And vice versa if Steve wants to do them. But ultimately, yeah, I think we're fine as it is today, aren't we?
Yeah. Like I say, I think the advantage is just that if one of us can't make it, but the other one can still do the show, exactly. And bring people on and stuff like that. So, like I say, we are just finding our feet. Question. Is there any future releases that we're looking forward to?
To be fair, I saw the trailer yesterday, I think, for the Eternals. It said trailer 2, but I don't remember seeing a trailer 1. But that actually looks really good.
I think trailer 1 was just the title screen. I don't think there was any much detail behind it.
I was going to say, because this was like proper a few minutes worth of trailer. Look, he's getting the questions up now. Jungle Cruise. I enjoyed it. I said to Chris, I know Chris really loved it, as he expressed in the last one. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was just one of those movies you could just turn your brain off and not concentrate on. It could have possibly finished a little bit earlier. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Tomorrow Never
Yeah, it's the new Bond, isn't it?
Not Tomorrow Never Dies. No Time to Die, in it. It's No Time to Die, I think.
So there is one film I am dreading, but it's one film that I know she's looking really forward to seeing.
All right, what's that?
Clifford the Big Red Fucking Dog. Pardon the language. We have been live for 12 minutes and there's me swearing started. Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I'm not even sure what to say to that one, mate.
No,
that's just. I mean, if you go to the cinemas and watch that, I will laugh my ass off.
I'll have to tag when I'll have to check in.
A picture of you sat there in the cinemas with the sort of excited to watch this.
Evening, Shabba.
Hey, Shabba.
The thing for me is that the more I watch the trailers, the more it puts me off the films. Because the trailers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They used to be like a 60-second snippet, but now they're like 3-4 minutes long. So I'm thinking, if they've made it 3 or 4 minutes long, is that what I'm expecting to see when we're at the cinema?
Is that sort of the most of the film?
Yeah.
That's decent.
Yeah,
definitely. Laina's asked, has anybody seen the new Suicide Squad yet? No, I haven't. I'm hoping to see it. In fact, I might even try and get a quick watch of it at the cinemas or something over the weekend when Mrs. is away. It's just easier to go and watch on my own. But yeah, there's a lot of reviews and there's a lot of positive about it. There's a few things that there's niggly bits in it where they're saying the couple of the characters or whatever, but overall everyone's raving about it. I don't know if it's just because of the standard that was set with the first one, that it's so much better sort of thing. But then it's the same guy that did Guardians, isn't it?
Yeah, James Gunn.
So yeah,
he wrote the character, didn't he, that John Cena plays for Dave Bautista, and Dave Bautista turned it down.
Hey, the Dave said the cinema prices are going up 40%. Bloody hell.
Well, I suppose they've had 15, 16 months of not having anybody in.
Yeah, but it's the opposite. Surely you want to try and attract people back into it.
I
know. Chris and Bell had a decent deal, didn't they, when they went the other week to go?
Yeah, but Chris gets OAP prices now, though, doesn't he? Doesn't he get concessions?
Oh, brilliant!
our cinema's quite good during the week. I think it's only like £5 a ticket to get in. So, but like I say, there's nothing that's really took me fancy to go and go to the cinema. We were talking last week, weren't we? I finally got around to watching Black Widow.
Yeah, you
but
did.
I didn't want to pay the £20 on Disney Plus. I didn't want to go to cinema to see it, and so I ended up getting it via other means. But if that's the standard of the so-called big releases that are coming out,
yeah,
then it's not really going to draw me to the cinema.
I think the thing is obviously we're on. I think it might be a bit weird this year though, because we're on the back end of summer, or at least it's coming up to it. And usually by this point, you've had multiple blockbusters come out, and I think a lot of the studios are sort of holding back just to see what happens with the ones that are out. Plus, you've got the streaming situation as well, so it might never get back to how it was before.
No, and if they're going down the route of the streaming services, I think they'd need to have a look at the prices for it, because on that Disney Plus, that £20 for Black Widow, you don't even get the DVD when that comes out. That's just your rights to watch it. It's not like you get to keep it. Like Sky did that buy and keep, didn't they, or rent and keep or whatever, and you watch it there and then, but they sent you a physical disc through.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be a picky sod, me. I'd rather, if that was the case, right, I'd rather have the option when they're like, right, it's $9.99 for this, or it's $14.99 for the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Because there's no point, for me, for someone like that, there is no point when I collect Blu-rays, them sending me a DVD.
Yeah.
Because I'll only go out and buy the bloody thing anyway.
Well, that's it. If they say to you it's £9.99 to watch the film, 15 quid and you get a DVD, or 20 quid and you get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, I mean that's HMV prices, but yeah.
Yeah. But you get to watch it. You get to watch it early release, then, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Catan says, "Is there rumours about a new District 9?" Yeah, I enjoyed the first District 9. I think it was a bit weird. I had to watch it once or twice to get my head around what was going on. But yeah, if they do make a second one or revisit the idea, I'll definitely watching that.
I sat and watched the other night. I watched Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls was on the other night. I watched that. Species. That was another one I watched. I hadn't seen that in years. That was on telly as well. It's one of those movies where it's like it turns on at like 10 o'clock at night. And you're like, shall I? And then by the time you're halfway into it, you're like, oh, sorry, I'm just going to watch the whole thing, and I've got bed till bloody 1 o'clock.
Yeah. I haven't seen the trailer for that, Shab. I'll have to go and dig out and go and find it. But like I say, there's so many Star Wars things coming out now, between standalone movies or ideas, so standalone movies and series and stuff. It's going to be hard to keep up with, and they keep rewriting and reconning how things link together and stuff like that. And yeah, I think one day I'm just going to have a Star Wars, or one weekend I'll just have a Star Wars binge. Send Lana off to the spa for the weekend with the girls and just binge Star Wars.
The thing is that Lou was supposed to be away until Sunday, and I said to her, she's got her dates mixed up, and one of the weddings she's going to in Wales isn't until next Wednesday. So she's literally gone for like a whole week. I'm literally going to sit here and watch movies constantly. Once I've done what I need to do in the movie room, I'm going to literally just sit down and try and catch up on some of this stuff, because I know Chris takes the mix, saying that I'm never going to get through it. But so saying about that, obviously, like the sort of not live videos, they're just recorded ones. I'd like to do some reviews. And sort of get them out on there, so these people have got stuff to watch if they do want to listen to me go on. But yeah, it's going to be really weird, because I won't have any iPads in the background with noise on. Lou asking me what the hell's going on in the film. It's going to be really weird for the next week. So yeah, you might come back next week and I've watched shed loads.
Yeah, and done none of the room.
Yeah, literally. I was going to, but then I watched The Man with Two Brains.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, Lainey, but I think that was the whole point of Black Widow, wasn't it? Because if I remember the timing, it was in between Civil War and Infinity War, isn't it? Because at the end, she says she's going to go and break out her friends from jail, and she's referring to
that thing going on down the bottom, your banner
thing. shit. Yeah, sorry, apologies. There you go. How's that? You know, so yeah, I don't think it was meant to have too many links because don't forget, for those who haven't seen Endgame, she's dead. You know, you've had 2 years to watch it. So it's not really a spoiler now.
Like a no old bars for you, isn't it? This is you've been
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
to say whatever you fancy.
When it's there's this little film called Alien that was out in like 1970s. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, the I think
hey Ali.
I think that was the point behind it was how to bring it back into the series without having too much effect on the current timeline.
I've never got around to watching that Prometheus, but it never got a really good sort of write up on it.
I liked Prometheus. I liked the idea of it. I liked how it linked to the engineers. Covenant was a bit too far out there for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
I've got them. I've never actually watched them because I was just like, I don't know if because when they came out and it was like people were going on about it, and I was like, there's obviously a lot of negativity around, especially Covenant, like you say. You know, it's just whether it's worth my time actually watching them.
No, I'd watched him. I wouldn't put too much faith on how they tie into Alien and Aliens and Alien 3. Yeah. Because it's more to do with the engineer side of it. You know, the big person that sits in the navigation chair in the ship.
Yeah.
It's more to do with them more than the xenomorph. But yeah, they're definitely worth a watch. It'll be interesting to see if the third one. What was that? Black Widow's great if you're struggling to sleep. Yeah. If we did go to the cinema and with these new recliners and the big comfy chairs on, it would have been well away.
He's literally asking for it, isn't it? It's literally like, I'll tell you what, if your partner doesn't want to watch it,
just come and have a sleep in a recliner. You know.
Literally the best of both worlds. She gets a good rest and you get to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Chris and his marvels.
I'm just going to put him in time out if he carries on, because I can do that now. Yeah. But yeah, Lana struggles with the comic stuff. She can sit there and quite happily watch Shazam time and time again because it's more of a like a kiddies type.
Yeah, but that was a surprise on that. That was a good movie.
Yeah. Shazam and Deadpool she can watch. But anything else, she's she'll be well away in the corner.
Oh, that's what was on the other night. Prisoner with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. So Hugh Jackman's daughter goes missing, gets kidnapped. Jake Gyllenhaal plays the cop who's trying to find her. I don't want to give too much away, but literally it was one of those situations where I was like, I literally don't remember the end of this movie. There's a suspect, like from the get-go, and it's whether or not this guy's done it or it's somebody else. And it got really... It was on about... It must have been 10:30, 11 o'clock at night it was on. I started watching it. I was like, I really don't know how this ends now, so I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it's a really good movie. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal does well in a lot of movies that he does. So I was chuffed with that. But yeah, that's a good movie if you haven't seen it.
No, that's on Netflix. That one. Now, with all fairness, I did give Chris the link if he wanted to join us tonight, but he did say he'll try and let us find our feet and come to our rescue if needed later on.
If you ask me, I think he's waiting for Love Island.
Yes, yeah. Well, then he's got no excuses now. We can watch it live, can't he? The day he fell asleep to Saving Private Ryan beach scene. How can you fall asleep in that scene?
It's a nice, quiet scene, I would imagine.
That is the most realistic movie war scene I think anyone's ever made. To the point where they actually got amputees running around the beach picking up fake limbs.
If you want to know why I'm looking down, by the way, I'm just looking at the chat. I've got the
Yeah.
iPad underneath at the minute. But yeah, it's like I say, it's the ending's a bit short on that Prisoner, but it is a good movie, and I like them sort of suspense thrillers. There's another one I picked up the other day for that. That Little Things that's got Jared Leto in, and that Remy Malik and Denzel Washington. That's a good movie. That's another one of those suspenseful. Is he the person sort of thing, or
yeah,
is he the one that's done it? It was a good movie, but I bought it on. I got it on DVD or something. So when I saw it on Blu-ray today, I was like, I'll pick that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. She struggles to find films to get stuck into.
What's that? What's this?
Laina.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we watched This Is England for the first time the other week. I've never seen it before. It never took me fancy. Right. And then we found it on Film 4. And then we found that they did 3 seasons after that, 3 series after that. Yeah, 86, 88, and 90. We watched all 3.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I sort of enjoyed the film more than I enjoyed the series.
I think it's
right from the off.
I'm the opposite. I think I enjoyed the series more than the film. It was a bit of a, because the thing is that with the series there's a bit more sort of dark comedy in it, for want of a better phrase. So there's times where you're sort of laughing and as well as sort of, I don't know, concerned about the characters sort of thing. But it's drama. That's what I'm thinking, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm missing 90 on my Blu-rays. I bought 88 and 86 the other day, but I want 90 because I really like the ending of it.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen that.
Yeah, so that's on Channel 4 or 4OD at the moment. So
have you seen Dead Man's Shoes?
Yes,
that's a really cracking British film. That is. It's not what you expect when you start watching it at all.
Well, I'll tell you one of the British films that we were dying to watch and then we did end up watching was called The Business. Danny Dyer in. Oh, have I got it here? Where is it?
You'd have to be more specific there, Tori. Which one are you talking about, love?
Oh, The Business.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah. So we scoured the land looking for a bloody copy of this, and we ended up buying it online. And then we watched it, and we love it. And then in every charity shop we see now,
yeah. Well, there was 2 copies of Dogma in the one I went to Lincoln today. There's 2 copies of Dogma in that charity shop, and I haven't seen one in ages.
Yeah.
I probably got it somewhere in the house. I just can't be asked to find it.
Yeah. No, I love Dogma. I just love the whole Chasing Amy series.
So,
sorry,
which one are you on about? Where on me? Where about me? All right, one on your left forearm. Is that bit there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So I've got my Manchester B on this side, and then on that side I've got script, which is a bit faded nowadays, but I've got script that says, "You will travel far, Oliver, but I will never leave you. You will make my strength your own. You will make my strength your own. You will see my life through your eyes, as yours will be seen through mine. As the son becomes the father the son." It's basically Superman, but I just adjusted it. The Marlon Brando speech, and then I've got my autism one there. So,
Shava saying Human Traffic.
I don't think I've got around to watching that. I have got it, but I've not got around to watching it. But there's some really, really great British films out there. But that Dead Man's Shoes, that definitely threw me because I didn't expect it to be what it was. And then obviously This Is England is quite shocking, isn't it?
I wondered how long it'll take.
What?
Rich.
No way, that's amazing, Rich. That's amazing.
So I'll just put this back up, right? Because I say to her, do you want to watch a film? And she goes, is it American? I go, yeah. She goes, it's shit. She hasn't even seen the trailer. She doesn't even know the name of the film or who's in it or what it's about. It's American. It's shit.
Wow. You're in a lose-lose situation there, aren't you?
Yeah. Can't. Yeah. Gangs of London, stunning series. I think we tried to watch that.
What's that?
Gangs of London.
Yeah, the Sexy Beast is another one. That's Ray Winston, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, it's like, I mean, there's a lot of those movies, like you've got your Snatch and your Lock, Stock and stuff like that. I mean, there was a TV series, weren't there, of Lock, Stock?
Yeah.
You know, them sort of movies, they're just classics, aren't they? If it hasn't got Danny Dyer in it or Vinnie Jones, you know, it's not a proper English movie, is it? Kate Beckinsale, first mainstream movie, Shooting Fish. Such a great film. Canartis Office.
So this Gangs of London, is this the one where he's the black lad that goes on, someone gets kidnapped and he goes on a fighting spree?
I don't know. I've heard of it. I've never got around to watching it.
I think we watched about 40 minutes of it and went, what the hell is going on?
At this rate, you're prioritising your wife a lot there, aren't you? Just saying on the chat.
Well, considering there's only 16 people in and she's one of the only one that's talking. Right, okay, let's get off the subject of my wife, shall we? Right.
My wife?
My wife. Right. One of our little sections or whatever they're called that we want to, segments that we want to try and do is revamp. How rude is to revamp the wheel situation that we had on the previous show. So we were talking, Steve and I have been talking, and we're gonna randomly pick a year. Okay, so from 1960 through to 2010, and then we'll discuss any of the films that have been released, made, good, bad, the worst film, they did the biggest box office release that year, the best actor for that year, any genre that you want at all. So it's not just like horror or comedy or whatever. It'll be anything that you want to discuss, and we'll go through the majority of that year and see how we get on.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, you know, because like you say, when we were talking just comedies and stuff like that, we were talking roughly the same films time and time again.
Yeah.
And this just gives us to bring up some of those hidden gems from those years or whatever that we all forgot about.
Yeah.
So let me get the wheel on. So bear with me just in case I end the stream back.
Yeah, it could all go wrong here, guys.
This could all go wrong.
Horribly wrong.
Okay, so I'm hoping you can all see the wheel.
You'll see it at the end, if not. Oh. 2001. Okay. Right, let me make a note. Oh, I can't. I'll do it in a minute. How rude.
So
I'm sorry, Lana.
So 2001. Okay, so it's any films that was released in 2001. Good, bad, any genre. Talk about whatever actors or directors that made it big that year or had a big year. And we'll see where the chat will take us. So that's your homework for next week.
Anybody who wants to play along on that one?
Yeah.
For me, it just gives us a bit more scope because it means that it's narrowed it down, but it means that anybody that's got any sort of particular taste-wise, you know, if Chris can think of many B movies for that time, a Space Oddity.
Yeah. So if we give that a try, like I say, there's plenty of years, plenty of movies, plenty of actors, and hopefully that will give us something to talk about. Now we haven't picked the year for this year for this week, obviously, because it's the first one. So what I'd like to do, if it's all right with you, Steve, if we throw the link in the chat, see if anyone wants to come on and
some people on it.
come and say hello.
I do plan on getting a chair, by the way. Get myself a desk and a chair for that room. Tomb Raider of the year, I fell in love with Angelina Jolie. Very true, Sheva. It was that, and I think the other one that was a good one for was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that was on the other night as well. So yeah, guys, feel free, come and have a chat. Please. I'm sure Tori's fighting her way to the front of that one.
Well, we've only got 18 viewers, so now it'll be ideal for Tori to join us.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So come on, target. I will get Tori on one of these conversations before we finish the show.
Yeah.
Even if I've got to wait till Christmas for a special.
I tell you what I have been watching on Netflix is a lot of the anime stuff as of late. A lot of the Gundam series. It's a shame the original ones, Gundam 1, 2, and 3, have got the Japanese and they're not dubbed or they're not the subtitled, they're not dubbed or anything like that. So it's a shame for that. Sorry?
Are you big on anime then?
I never used to be. There used to be like the odd one or two, like Spirited Away and Akira and stuff like that I used to watch. But as of late, Netflix are really starting to pull a load of them out now.
Oh, bless her. It don't matter. The next one, it don't matter that. Laina, I do, but it's probably not Nottingham way, so it would probably cost me just as much to go and fetch it, unless I don't think they do deliveries at the IKEA.
Yeah, they do, but they cost you a fortune. Yeah.
20 quid for the desk and 30 quid for delivery.
30 quid for delivery.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So what's that? Tony saying, "Let me lose 2 stone," and Chris says, "From your head."
That's not very nice, is it? You see what he's not pressured with the camera. He just says what
I know. His true colours are coming out here now, isn't it?
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Are you coming on for a bit, Ali?
You brown nose snot bag.
What's that? Wow. At least that's a good compliment there. Yeah. So when I was deliberating what was picking up today, and I picked up the Street Fighter, I was talking to you about this before, but for me, when I started sort of really getting into movies, it was I was like a teenager sort of thing, and I was doing your standard paper round, getting like 6 quid, but I did like one in the morning, one in the evening, and doubled it up. But there used to be a video shop that was around the corner from me. It was only like a local one. Not it weren't like the big one, but I remember talking to the woman in there about I was asking how much it actually cost them for these VHSs, for the rental. But at the time they were starting to close down. I think like Blockbusters and that had really taken over in the area. Anyway, I'd seen it at the cinemas, and I was saying to her, how much would it be for me to buy it off you? Because she was selling all the stock, and she told me that it cost them 50 quid per VHS to buy. Now, obviously, back then, I mean, that was good 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I just couldn't fathom it. Absolutely fathom it. The 50 quid for a VHS, But yeah, I was saying to you when she did close down, Mum and Dad had a bit of a shock because I literally took a load of the VHS racking because she was closing down, and I used to go in there all the time and buy films off her with me paper round money. But yeah, I was saying to you, I had literally in my bedroom, I had like must have been 3 or 4 of these plastic. They're like a plastic, basically shelving for VHS. Not like a video rental place in my bedroom that year. But it's just amazing, and I'll always remember that movie for that reason. Is that when I'd seen it, I went in and asked her. But it's mental.
Well, when you were telling me that the other day, I was thinking, because I've told Lana this a couple of times, that my first job, I was made up 17, being an IT technician. Oh, yeah. We got our first guest.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, hello. Good evening.
I thought I'd come say a quick hello anyway.
Hello.
Well, thank you for rescuing Gus.
I've got my intelligent glasses on, but I'm not going to quit, sister, no worry.
Oh. Well, we didn't want to jump straight down that bandwagon, Lainey, but you are more than welcome at any point if you want to put us through our paces on this channel.
If you're doing a quiz on us again, I can't hack it.
So, yeah, if you want to put us through our paces at any point on this channel, you're more than welcome.
I'm sure I will. As soon as, whatever you want to do, it's fine. I'll sort you some out if you want to. I mean, I could, later on, further down or whatever, when you do one of your year ones, I could do something on a year for you. Or
yeah, it'd be a lot easier to get the research done on it. That's for sure. But
especially if it's a year that means a lot to you, like, you know what I mean, like when you went to the cinema a lot, or you've got reference.
I mean, I don't think you do it nowadays. So my childhood literally revolved around going to cinemas. It was like one bus ride straight down the road, a couple of miles down the road, and it'd just be like every single weekend we'd just go there. He's back. Oh, here he is.
He's back.
Bloody hell, I don't like being down here. What's going on? All right, Laina.
I'm good, you?
Yeah. I'm not staying long. I just thought I'd come on and say hello.
Oh, thanks, mate. In your dressing gown.
Got my dressing gown, my PJs.
Oh, he's relaxing, chilling. Like,
dressing gown.
My dressing gown, my city one.
I don't know.
He's literally got the same one.
I don't know. He brings us off saying he's been too busy. He does a come list with me for a couple of hours today. Now he's getting pampered on the couch in his dressing gown.
Yeah, he's having his feet sorted.
Cookie will be licking his feet in a minute.
He's become a man of leisure, you see. Now,
is that a jar of peanut butter next year? Is it, Chris?
So how's your day been? I didn't get a chance to catch the live earlier.
Fine. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Not really done much other than that.
I'll have to watch that back later.
You didn't even read my comment out before, by the way. You need to keep your eye on the chat.
This is coming from you.
Yeah.
Which comment?
I saw a trailer today for a film called Radius.
I did have that on the screen.
Oh, you had it on the screen, but you didn't call it out, did you?
No, because we were too busy talking about District 9.
Yeah, anyway. Look it up, Radius.
Yeah, we'll do.
It sounds interesting. It's about... I didn't actually watch the whole trailer, but...
Thanks, Channel
it's about this guy who... when he gets within a certain radius of people or animals, they all die. So, look it up.
Chrissy's Plymouth's answer to Hugh Hefner in that dressing gown and that pose.
It's never been washed, this dressing gown.
Just like your football shirts.
Exactly.
We found out on Monday.
And the jeans that stand up by themselves.
Yeah. Like Wallace's wrong trousers. So have you watched anything good this week, Lainey, or?
Just I watched that Jungle Cruise, which Chris doesn't like over there.
How?
I thought it was all right. I thought it was easy to watch. It was one of them things you didn't need to concentrate on. I can't really get my head around Jack Whitehall as a serious actor, essentially, like because
he's sort of not really meant. He's not meant.
Yeah, I mean, I know he wasn't kind of meant as serious, but it's just as an actor in general, all I can hear is him as a comedian, and it just doesn't really work for me. So
yeah, I'm sure it's because of the Frozen situation. Because he did a whole character,
that one line that he was meant to have in that blockbuster.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I reckon they've now he's sort of mentioned that on a comedy sketch. I reckon he's a stand-up. They're probably gone, yeah, it's. But he looks really weird without his goatee sort of thing.
Yeah, a lot younger.
I thought it was an enjoyable movie for a kid, for a family movie.
Yeah, for a family movie, definitely. Like just something you didn't have to concentrate on. You know, if you just wanted to zone out to something, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. I need to see the trailer for this Radius now because Richard St. looks good as well. He's worked hard today, bless him. Is that Chris you're talking about there, Aid?
No, I think Bell's worked hard doing all the scheduling, and Chris has just set the time and date to it, hasn't he?
Does he mean the synopsis?
Yeah.
He does.
I was trying to work out what that was.
See,
yeah, does man.
Nope. No green screen. No, we're not quite there yet, Monkey Thrifter.
No, and we haven't got the upgrade for StreamYard to have a black background either.
Well, we've got a black background. That's all we've
got. We've got a black body, yeah.
How did you do that little intro video, the 3, 2, 1? Did they let you do that?
Yeah, that's an option on the free one. I managed to find it. So I managed to make one, upload one, and get it working with about 20 minutes to go.
That's awesome. That I was up when he was like, "Have a look at this. Watch this."
Yeah. So, but no, like I say, it's early doors. I'm still finding my feet with all the little bits and bobs.
Get there, and before you know it, it'll just be like second nature.
Yeah.
So I mean, say we were a bit nervous. I mean, you were cacking it, weren't you? So
yeah.
But
I didn't know what was going to happen when I hit that live button. You know. It was just like,
Did you do a test?
Well, we did, but we sat there the other night, absolutely petrified that it was live.
It was real live, yeah.
I kept getting my phone and checking. Yeah, it's all right. We're not on YouTube. We're all right. We can carry on.
Lana, are we live? Just check.
If you ever do it, just put as unlisted, and then no one can see it on YouTube even. Is if you put it's private, no one can actually watch it, but they can see that it's there.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put it as unlisted, no one can even see it's there.
Yeah. So it was like, right, okay. So I did. I said to Steve, right, do you want me to drop you out because I don't know what's going to happen when I hit this button? And he went, like that, is it? It's just like, no, hang on. Yeah. So my idea is to get it all up onto the StreamYard, so it's there and it's all saved. And then if I'm not here 1 week or if Steve's doing the hosting, it's there and we can just click on it and it's fine. It'll run. But yeah.
The thing is I think we spoke about it a lot of times, haven't we? You know, we just love talking about this sort of stuff. So, you know, as long as people enjoy it, it's good for us. We like it.
Mm-hmm. And I think when you find something that you enjoy doing, it becomes an ease to do rather than like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still an effort till it goes wrong, but it's much easier when you enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then you just don't want to do it.
So Steve's told us there then about his running off and buying half the video store.
Honestly, mate,
shelving.
I don't know how I put up with it. I swear.
When I got my first proper paid job and my first paycheck, I went off. I got paid like £800 for the month, and I ran off and bought a blue DVD. Yeah, ran off, went into Dixon's, got off the bus at Runcorn Shopping City, went into Dixon's and bought a DVD player and 10 DVDs and spent my wages. And my mum went bloody ballistic when I got home. She was like, "You haven't given me the housekeeping money or nothing." And I went, "What, you want me to pay keep now? I've just bought this."
I think.
So,
Yeah, well, this is it. I think my first DVD player must have cost me 400 quid. It was a similar situation. First job, you know, I went into this place that it had cables and stuff that were about the same price as the
I think mine wasn't anything special. It was a Grundig one of the great big Grundig things with the little tray like that, and it was just like, what's bloody in that?
Size,
what's in that casing for this little tray like that? And I got a Sleepy Hollow, Top Gun, Gladiator, you know, and they had those little flimsy cardboard cases that ripped every time you opened them.
Yes.
Yeah. Plastic.
And my mum went bloody ballistic. I swear to God, if she could pick up that bloody thing, she'd throw it at me.
Probably would have fucking killed you. Yeah, I remember.
I feel old because we had a Betamax at one point, and then the VHS, and I used to go to Woolies to get VHSs. You know what I mean? Like, and like, you know, even for the kids and stuff. And like,
I think that for me that was the go-to present when I was younger. It was like literally what movie did I want, and my mum and dad would go and get it, you know, for Christmas or whatever. But I remember, I mean, there is a video somewhere, a camcorder video of me going absolutely mad because they bought me Home Alone, and I was really that was like my favourite film when I was younger, Home Alone, and but Batman 2, Batman Returns and stuff like that. I love them films.
I was on that show, Aid, you hosted, the Drinking with Aid.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this?
Oh, was that?
That was last year, wasn't it? Last summer.
Was it really?
Yeah, when Andrew was away, did it? I remember. But he also hosted on my channel a quiz against me. So like,
did he?
He set a quiz against me on my channel.
Yeah. That was the night that Andrew said he weighed his bits and bobs, didn't he?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and then
he was something like 26 Reese's eggs, if I remember.
Yeah, because then Carla weighed 26 Reese's eggs or whatever it was, and she was like, "No way is that a possibility."
Yeah, I know he's tall, but he's not that tall.
Going, and that is how many eggs that's supposed to be, and that's not right.
I remember that story talking about there.
What's that?
Story talking about these DVD deals you used to get with DVD players, all like shitty B movies.
Oh, 100 movies and stuff like that, and they were
like 8 discs in.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
Shit films.
But you'd love that though, it was like RoboCop 1 to 4, and then it was like I didn't even know that they made a 4th film.
No, you never got the first 3. No, it was like some sort of TV version of the RoboCop.
Yeah,
movie.
I think they were. It was I think it was a Prism Leisure. I think it was. Remember Prism Leisure?
Yeah.
They used to release real budget level DVDs at like $5.99 or 2 for a tenner.
Yeah.
And they were just shockers.
The only one that I can remember that was in there was a couple of them actually. There was only a couple of them that were actually good, and it was like All Dogs Go to Heaven, and I want to say like one of the Rambos or something. That they had.
I liked All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I love that film.
Don't take it down, Aid. It's gone down in history, that video, mate. You can't take it down.
First film we've got on VHS. Can you remember? RoboCop.
The Last Starfighter. What was mine?
Because I think I remember getting it when it came out.
I went round to a lad on my street. His dad was watching it. I must have been about 6, I think, something like that. But I remember RoboCop. That was the first one I saw.
I remember renting Transformers the movie on VHS about 50 times, and I was made up when my mum bought me a copy of it.
Probably because the rental service went, look, we can't keep letting you have this. You rent every video.
Just buy it off me. Questions. You think a lot of the films present rely on special effects more than storyline?
Yeah, 100%.
To be honest with you, I was going to say, to be honest with you, a lot of the Netflix and Amazon Prime only ones releases have done as of late. But that Tomorrow War with Christopher Pratt, I thought that was brilliant because they literally spent more time on the story than they did on the effects on that. But
I watched that and I struggled with it, and I don't know if it's because the woman, I don't want to give spoilers. The woman in it that's in Handmaid's Tale, that storyline didn't work for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I struggled with it.
There you go. I've put the banner up, Laina. You're covered now.
Oh. Doesn't matter what I say then.
It doesn't matter now. It's on there. No,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it was good to see a Netflix stroke Amazon film not rely on the big special effects to get the film over the line. It was a standard story. You all knew what was going on. The effects were good, and But some of these blockbusters now, we were talking Black Widow before. That is there's a lot of effects in there and a lot of green screen and a lot of rope work that you can see going on. But again, there's no storyline behind it. Not a good storyline, anyway.
No, I mean, I was thinking about this. Just brought it up, to be fair. But we talk about like the FX and stuff in nowadays. Now, with the plot being a secondary character to it, do you think we're sort of moving into an era now where the generations of today just don't have the patience to actually sit through a movie that has a story that builds, as opposed to just sort of straight in your face? I think that the movies that are coming out nowadays is, although they're long, they're action all the way through it.
Yeah.
The other side of that is that you want to go and watch a film that's got no storyline, but they're going to build a trilogy around it.
No, but you see, the thing is that a lot of the ones that I've seen recently that are not sort of straight in your face action is where they tend to have like the ending at the start of the film, or at least towards the ending. Like, this could happen, and then it's like then you see the story of how they got to that point, and it's not necessarily the end of the movie. It's just you see a certain character injured or whatever else. But I don't know. A lot of the movies for me, they don't seem to have that sort of build-up. And as long as there's an end product, it's a good movie. If there's no end product and it just has one of those endings where nothing is explained, it's the interpretation of the audience. I like ones that do have a start and an end, but it's just, I like the journey of actually of that movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As opposed to sort of just straight bang, 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 and little story to it. You don't really feel for the characters like you would.
Yeah.
You don't have that buy-in. No film relied on. Brian Brown movie FX. I remember that.
That's the actual film FX.
FX Illusion.
Yeah. There was two of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's two, FX. I think I've got them on. I think it's an 88 films release.
No, I think a lot of these films nowadays, if they've got like a crap middle and a crap end, it's because they are setting it up for a sequel or a trilogy, and then the second film's a bridging film, so it doesn't really explain much to do with the first film. It's just all build up to.
But the catch-22 on that though, mate, is if the film doesn't get decent reviews and it doesn't make a lot of money, they never make them anyway.
No.
I mean, there's a difference between trying to scramble to put a sequel together because the first one was fantastic and it was a one-off movie.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is when you spend, like the Justice League as an example, you spend the majority of the time it being a walking advert for something more to come. It's like Batman versus Superman. It was literally an advert for Justice League. What they did is they took away what the actual movie could have been.
It's getting the right balance, isn't it? Between like, for me, like I love an action comedy, so a bit of humor, a bit of action, but a storyline. You've got to have a storyline to like be able to connect, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. Nicholson is in the chat. Says he can't hear you guys.
oh, bless him.
Oh, bless. I hope that's genuine. Oh, bless him.
I think Shabba just needs an excuse to use the soundbar, doesn't he?
There's a subtitle on live. Sorry, guys. It's not
Hi, Z.
live.
Yeah, apologies. Z. We'll make it easier to find the channel. However, we have been plugging it on every channel for the last week.
Hey, Z. Yeah, thanks for coming, mate.
But no, we will try and name it in a way that.
But I just call you the Steves now because my daughter my daughter is called Laura and her partner's called Laura, so now they're just the Lauras. It's easier.
I'm literally not that small.
I'm not saying that like use this partners, but you're just the Steves.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to have Z on at some point and sort of chat about NECA figures and stuff because I reckon that'd be cool as well.
Oh yeah, I'd love to show Z the Queen I picked up at the Toy Fair.
That won't take long.
I picked up the McFarlane Deluxe Alien Queen at the Toy Fair the weekend.
How much was it, Steve?
30 quid I got it for.
That's
and I've had a look.
cool.
I've had a look on eBay and the out of the box second hand they're going between 50 to 70. In the box new they're about 150, 180 quid.
Wow.
Oh,
So I saw her across a couple of stores, across the aisles, and I just made a beeline for it and just left Lana looking at her teddies and her were rabbits. But yeah.
I need to one sec. I need to grab these.
Richard says he's working very closely. His friend is working very closely with my boyfriend Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And Kath, who I think is in the chat, I got sent this.
Little Aquaman.
She was like a belated birthday gift. So yeah, I've got a little Aquaman. I know she did say she couldn't find Cliff Richard. Thank God, because there's like a running joke where I apparently like Cliff Richard, which I don't.
I've probably got about 15 pop figures, but I've never taken out boxes. So I'm thinking
you're one of them.
Whether or not to do it.
Well, my niece, her partner, he's got two, I think the kind of rare Jokers or something, and they're worth quite a bit of money each, apparently.
Yeah, they get vaulted.
I've got a couple that are open. Me Star Wars ones and me Game of Thrones ones because they're next to me book collection.
Yeah.
But for whatever the books are, I've got pops to go with them. But then I've got some of the rare Halo ones and the Destiny ones from the game. They're still in the box. I've picked up a vaulted Cade, quite cheap, and he's really hard to find at the moment.
Yeah.
So for anybody who didn't see my post today, I got some little presents off Chris this week, and I want to show them. So I got a Deadpool photo, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Now this one is my favourite, which is the Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Now what I'm tempted to do is I'm tempted to swap it out with one of my wedding photos and just see if she notices.
Yeah. Just while she's away.
Yeah, just see if she notices.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
But they're going to look awesome in the room, so I'm with that, mate.
I think the advantage of being in my toy room while we're filming is that all my stuff was close by. I didn't know you were doing that, Steve. So.
Well, yeah, sorry, I didn't run it past you.
That was my present from Chris, my little Deadpool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
And my Captain Marvel.
See, now I didn't know if you like Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
Oh, there you go. That's
better.
That's cool. Very cool.
I apologise. The sun's bouncing off my baldy head. And the bonus present, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, is the little holographic Star Trek bookmark.
Can we just clarify to Dave Repairs, because I think he's feeling a bit left out. We haven't got any mods yet, mate. We're just really glad we've got people watching.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know how to set mods. Sorry.
You have to do it in YouTube. You can't do it in StreamYard.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If you go back after, once this is over in a bit, and then you can go back through your side chat and then click the 3 dots next to the name of the person, and then you can mod them up that way. It's probably the easiest.
I'm now going to have to get the sports almanac and the hat. That's my next plan on these now. To put it properly, how they should be displayed. You have to get the sports.
Well, you can get that quite cheap on eBay, can't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, totally official. But yeah, I'm chucking them.
Is it really weird for you, Chris, being like sort of quiet?
It is a bit.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good because when you'll know, Lainey, when you're not presenting and when you're not in charge of the show.
Yeah.
It's easy,
It's much easier.
Come on, you can sit here and not worry about anything, not talk about what's going on next. So
you don't have anything. You haven't got anything planned. You just got to be there, and that's
exactly.
The apprentice has become the master.
Mitch. Big Steve, do you actually like Captain Marvel? I didn't know if you did or not.
I wasn't a big fan of the standalone film, if I was honest. But overall, I do like Marvel. So it'll go on the wall. It'll go on.
Okay. That's all. I didn't know. I wasn't sure because you'd never really mentioned Captain Marvel to us that much. So, and I only had Deadpool and Captain Marvel.
I wish it would have been Jurassic World.
He would have had that sent back, and he knows that.
Hey, he likes Jurassic World.
Free present or not, that would have been sent back. No, I don't know what it was with Captain Marvel. I think it might just be Brie Larson. Just put me off. Yeah. I don't think her performance of Captain Marvel was that good. Just let me turn the light on. Sorry, I've gone quite dark here now.
Yeah, probably Aid. Yeah, Mr. Ice Willow will be all over us if we don't have mods.
Yeah. Well, if all else fails, Steve, you can always put another picture in it because it's a nice frame.
Yeah. So, what I did with the comics that I bought from you on the auction a couple of weeks ago was that they're in the frames behind me. Yeah. Because some of the artwork are brilliant, and I've got some in front of me here. But no, she'll go up on the wall with the rest of them, and yeah. And the bookmarks going in me Star Trek comic.
Oh, the Italian job.
Still got to get that up, yeah. That I got a Chris.
Yeah.
So once I get this shelving up and sort this room out, it'll be awesome.
No, I haven't. Somebody else mentioned him, Z, as well.
Yeah.
What's that?
The critical drinker. He gets pissed, I think, doing movie reviews. Is that right?
Really? I need to watch that.
I think so. I'm not sure. I haven't watched it.
I wonder if that makes them better or worse. Watching them that drunk.
Well, I don't know. I think Steve was planning on doing some pre-records, right? You Steve?
Oh yeah. When I'm pissed, yeah, that'd be awesome.
yeah.
Honestly, you would not understand me then either.
I'll supply the Southern Comfort if you supply the video.
I think the only one I ever watched where I was a bit tipsy was Rocky Horror. That was the first time I ever watched it around the mates. It was on TV. It was like New Year or whatever. And I literally sat there watching it going, what the hell am I watching here? I've loved it ever since. It's a top-class movie, that. It's a really good movie. But yeah, that was the only one I've ever watched where I've had a bit of a drink.
Dave's in a funny mood today. Dave's in a right funny mood today. He was proper grumpy git during the live this morning.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, really grumpy. I had to send him outside for a bit.
Put him on your naughty step.
Yeah.
He's not a morning person, considering he's a postie.
Oh, he pretended pissed, right?
I feel like is it like an act then? What he does?
Next level drinking with Andrew.
Something.
Can you just imagine Andrew trying to do a movie review after about 18 cans of cider?
Hey, stop giving all the secrets away. You know,
I don't know. So yeah, the what got you into films then, Chris?
Probably what was the first film? I mean, the first film I saw at the cinema, you probably know, is Masters of the Universe. Well, that's the first thing I can remember seeing at the cinema.
Yeah.
I can't swear to it, but I think it was. It was at a friend's birthday party. You know, when you had kids' birthday parties and you all went and did something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went for that, and then that kind of got me hooked because it was such a good film. And after that, it was really the Back to the Futures, because I remember my brother. We'd watched Back to the Future 1. We'd already seen that, and Back to the Future 3 was at the cinema.
Yeah.
And I was nagging him to. I remember it quite clear. I was nagging him to take me to see Back to the Future 3. But we hadn't even seen Back to the Future 2 yet. So he said to me, if you can go and get the VHS out at the rental shop, at the video shop, and we'll watch that, and then we'll go and watch Back to the Future 3, and he'll pay to take me and everything. But he knew that it was really hard to get hold of Back to the Future 2 because it was always out of stock because it had literally just come out.
Yeah.
So he was expecting me not to get it. And as I went in the video shop, I remember going in, there was one copy left on the shelf.
Wow.
So I managed to get it. So we watched one and then went straight to the cinema to watch Back to the Future 3. So I think from that point onwards.
Wow.
Jesus, can I just interrupt there? Jesus, Shabbat, I'll be sober and Chris will be pissed.
You don't get question, right? Oh my God! Yeah, can you imagine?
I'll be sat here sober as a judge, and Chris will be off his nut.
No, not a chance.
Hopefully with my quiz questions.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
No way.
Who starred in Back to the Future? I'll have a shot now. What planet did the transform? Okay. Oh.
Oh, that's brilliant. But yeah, I was saying earlier on, you know, I used to go to cinemas all the time because that showcase on, what was it, Manchester Road? Was it Manchester Road?
Yeah.
Like, you'd literally just jump on the 201 and it was like 10 minutes away down the bottom. But we go there literally every weekend. It was like my cousins as well. And the best one for me, and it was a terrible movie. I think I've said it before, but we went and watched the Flintstones. I remember watching the Flintstones. Yeah. And that was an okay movie. It was a bit of fun. But then we came out and we got collared by some of the staff there. And they were like, "Oh, we've got a secret screening tonight of a movie. Would you be interested in coming?" And we're like, "Well, yeah. I mean, this is never in a million years have we done this before." And it was The Shadow, starring Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, yeah.
We got to see it about 2 or 3 months before it came out. It was brilliant. It was a really great experience. But I remember you used to have like weekend offers where you could have like 2 or 3 movies for a certain price. We just spent pretty much all day there, just jumping in from one to another. They had like a little arcade area as well where you could just hang out. It was brilliant. That was such a great time. Especially a movie.
I remember going to see E.T. at the cinema, and I remember going to see Superman, but I don't know which Superman it was. Like whether it might have been Superman 2 or 3, I'm not really sure because I know it was somewhere around the same time.
Yeah.
But I can't remember which one it was. And then when I was older and went, like the first time I went with friends and not like parents, I saw See No Evil, Hear No Evil. That was the funny thing. Yeah.
Rich was saying his first one was Summer Holiday or Born Free. Then he went to see The Wrath of Khan. Joanne saying Masters of the Universe. Z, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I remember going to see that with my dad. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then we went to Universal.
So when did that come out?
On MGM, and that was there.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Got to be end of 80s.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, 89.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can't remember.
But yeah, I remember going and watching that with my dad.
88.
88. Yes.
I think I must have watched that when it came on the telly at some point. I don't recall watching it early on.
That was a proper 3 years.
But then
Right,
again,
that's
I'd have
what
been 13 then. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I couldn't do maths, but yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I remember.
There you go, Steve. Me, you, and Shabba on Lainey's drinking quiz.
Oh God, no! Jesus Christ!
Am I allowed to show this post, Steve?
What's that?
Am I allowed to show this post? Do I need to take it off?
All I'm saying, mate, just you weren't flashing Chris's up, were you?
Well, just because his wife doesn't watch his stuff doesn't mean mine doesn't watch mine.
Ouch!
She's
That
got
was
some very valid points.
burn.
What's Dave saying? Need to go to London, go to cinema there. Show the old films. That's what I reckon they need to do. Do you know, since
God, yeah.
bring back some. I know some of the ones in Liverpool have brought back like Dirty Dancing and Total Recall and stuff like that again. But that was like specialist sort of nights for them. But I just reckon they just bring out a whole lot of back catalogue movies.
Imagine if you did like a weekend, like even if it's like a Sunday or a bit like the kids, what they do with the kids ones in the mornings on like a Saturday and Sunday. That'd be good if you did that. Like on a Saturday night or something, or a Sunday, they'd have a certain retro movie. I'd definitely go. I'd be up for that.
Oh,
Nope. Something I said.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I've lost our first guest.
Officially, well done, mate. Well done.
yeah.
What are you cheering that I've lost Chris for?
I watched Jurassic Park. Wow. Now,
Just because get it over with early, get started.
I remember going watching Jurassic Park with Mum and Dad when I was younger.
The E.T. and Superman were the only two I remember going to see at the cinema. I'm sure I went a few times more, but I don't recall. Oh,
nope. Now I've lost my co-host. What's going on?
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy was the last film Rich went to see. I never went to the cinema to see Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or 2.
Well, I didn't go to the cinema for nearly 20 years, so I went to see the first Harry Potter.
There we go.
In 2001. Speaking of 2001, first Harry Potter in 2001, and then I didn't go back to the cinema until before the whole lockdown thing. So maybe it was nearly 20 years anyway, and I went and saw Bad Boys, the second one.
I haven't seen the latest one. Is it Bad Boys for Life? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, well,
really.
The second one, the latest one. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was so worried about it. You know what I mean? Because you have like that attachment, don't you? And you kind of like.
Really
I bet you regret paying the money for that one, Queenie.
What's that? Hey, Queenie. Last film, Black Widow.
Hey, Queenie.
What's Catan saying? No.
Anyway, I'm gonna have to duck out as well because I need to finish out me video to go up. So it was enjoyable. Nice chat with you.
Give us a week or so, Lainey. Let us think about what we're doing.
Yeah. Why not? Just give us a shout whenever you're ready and sort you something out. It's fine.
Because I definitely think this one needs practice on his movie quizzing.
Is that because you keep winning?
Well, saying that now Chris is here, it might be a bit more of an even contest.
All right then. I will see you later. Anyway.
Well, thank you for popping on, Lainey.
No worries. Bye.
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 Oh, yeah, what's this Night's Life saying? Richard's saying about Suicide Squad. It was a great film. Well, Winter and director contacted me about selling Brad Pitt's jacket. And I basically told him to check on it. Oh, okay. Is he back?
He's back.
What happened then?
Your battery went. Well, where's Lainey gone?
Lainey, as soon as you left, mate, she was like, right, I'm doing.
She said there was no show without Punch and disappeared.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that.
She's gone to do a video, I think. Oh, she's gone to edit something, actually.
Mm.
Listen.
What I was in the middle of saying before, I was saying before lockdown, I don't know if you ever saw it, but there was a company that was just starting up. Well, I say just starting up. They've been up about a year or so, called Our Screen. Did you ever see it?
No.
Our Screen. And what they were doing was they were making partnerships with lots of different cinemas.
Yeah.
And what you could do as a fan of movies, you could go onto Our Screen, select whatever local cinema they've got a partnership with, and you could then select a film, like an old film, like maybe Back to the Future, for example.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd set up a screening at the cinema that you chose, like that you'd organised this screening, and they put it live for sale with tickets.
Oh,
And when they reach a certain number, like say they could sold 40 tickets or 30
Right.
tickets, the screening would go ahead in real life.
yeah, I see what you mean now, yeah.
It was a great idea, and it was really starting to take off. Because when I worked at Willow Wood, I was thinking of doing some charity screenings and getting some, doing the money for charity and stuff. But I've just gone on the website just before I come back on. But it looks like they're changing the way they're working, obviously, with COVID. I think they're doing something like screening at home or something. I don't know what it is, but that would have been a great idea, because that's a great way of watching some of the older films at the cinema.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I say, there's still, I think that even though you've seen it a million times, there is still a market to go and watch some of the classics, isn't there?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think I'd like to go and see something like Terminator 2 at the cinema. I never got to see Terminator 2. I never got to see Aliens at the cinema or anything like that. And I'd love to go and see something like that again, or for the first time.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
Yeah. No, Lainey, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming on.
I really appreciate it, Lainey.
I don't know. I don't know if the cinemas are going to recover and be full cinemas again. The way it was.
It worries me that.
Yeah. When we went to the cinema last week to watch that Free Guy, it was a bit weird. It was weird because it was packed. The cinema was packed. There was no social distancing anymore. No masks, no nothing. It was just like pre-pandemic, and it was quite weird. Sat there like with somebody directly next to us, and it was a bit surreal, really. It's like going back in time.
Yeah.
Have you seen Free Guy yet?
No, not yet.
I'm in two minds. I've watched the trailer, and it doesn't.
There's a few people in the group that have said, it's good.
That it's been really, really good. I know, and a couple of the lads that I played the Xbox and a few games with, they tell me they've seen it and it's worth watching as well.
Yeah, it's not just there's a load of references in it, isn't there?
It's just good. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
They said it's like Gamer meets The Sims meets something else. Yeah,
can you imagine RoboCop on the big screen? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Dave Resales has just said that. Yeah, RoboCop.
The thing is, with one of those movies, you wouldn't have to sort of think about the movie, would you? You'd just be able to switch off and just enjoy the experience.
Yeah, Queenie saying she's going to see Free Guy this week. Yeah.
Let us know what you think about it. Kids want to go. Some gamer YouTubers. Oh, God.
Yeah. Like I say, there's just something about the trailer that just puts me off watching it.
Yeah. I think Magic's like get things like Ready Player One. That was really good. I enjoyed that movie.
I loved Ready Player One, but I didn't get that feel from the trailer that it's that type of film.
Yeah.
It's got that element to it. Like I said in my one sentence review, it was Ready Player One, Pixels, and The Truman Show, because it starts off very Truman Show-ish. Sort of. I won't spoil it because Joanne said she's going and whatnot, and you guys haven't watched it, but it starts off, very sort of a Truman Show kind of feel to it.
Yeah,
and then it goes on from there, but it's well worth a watch.
Catan's got a great idea here. Should we go into business?
Okay. Oh, okay.
They should have opened cinema. Oh, what you mean a drive-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once watch Pulp Fiction, but then it comes through your car stereo system.
Yeah.
I reckon we go into business.
It's just the weather in this country ruins that.
Yeah.
Marvel, what it? No, I haven't yet. No, I've been waiting to see it. It's on Disney Plus at the moment, and it goes down the route of the Marvel stories that we love, that we know and love at the moment. But then they change a few little, they tweak it a little bit. Like it'll be Peggy Carter being Miss Britain instead of Captain America and stuff like that.
But there's only 2 episodes out so far, I think.
Yeah, so I'm just waiting for a few more so I can see what's going on with it properly.
You'd love to go to a drive-through or a drive-in there, Tori, because a drive-through is completely different.
There you go.
Right, I'm going to scoot off because I'm going to go and get my ice cream and watch Love Island. So
no spoilers. No spoilers. We're on episode 30 now.
Bloody hell. Jesus.
Yeah, already. It's just no messing about here.
All right, I'm going, guys. So good luck with the rest of the show.
Thanks very much. I'll catch you in a bit.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Right, I'll put the link in one last time. If anyone fancies coming on, come to say hello.
Can't get
on
out.
our first show.
No, he can't leave.
It's not scrolling.
There you go. I'll kick you, Chris. Don't worry.
I'll kick you. We wanted to do that for ages.
Yeah, kick guest. There you go. Gone. Now I can mute you and everything here. Look, there you go. The power that Chris must have had over us.
Great power comes great responsibility, there, mate.
Yeah, the power Chris must have had over us.
Oh yeah, I'll say it.
Right. I'm so disappointed you watched Love Island. What a waste! You could be watching something good. No, to be honest with you, we weren't going to watch it, but we've really struggled to find something to get our teeth into. All the shows have either come to an end or coming back in September. So it was just a case of what do we find and we put it on. So we just put Love Island on, and we just ended up watching it.
Have you watched anything good recently, Queenie? But I'm invested now. Even Chris is sticking up. He's like, yeah, I'm invested. Although he has only got till the end of the week anyway, so I think it finishes this week, doesn't it?
Yeah. But like you say, we'll probably catch you just in time for the last one being online. Dave
Repairs says he's watched Teeth by the looks of it. That's a bit of a nasty movie, isn't it?
Yeah, we were talking about that the other week when Killer Condom come up on the movie. Somebody asked in the chat before, are we planning on doing a movie homework?
Yeah.
Is that something that we've discussed or?
Oh no, I see what you mean now. No, oh yeah. Okay, well, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, the thing is, well, I say it's up to the chat really if they want to do it. I don't mind. It's just some of the stuff that we had on that last one was so obscure, it was difficult to find. So it was a bit hit and miss as to whether or not we could actually get to watch it. But I'm not. I don't mind either way. I don't mind. I mean, we can always just talk more about the movies of that particular year that we've picked on the that's been randomly selected.
Well, if we have should we have a homework movie? What homework movie shall we have?
Well, we need to get some suggestions together, don't we?
I tell you what, let me put the link in the chat, and the first person that comes on can pick the homework movie.
That's I've seen Teeth too. Hey, Joanne. Sorry, guys, I am literally just sat here eating. There's nothing new there.
Yeah, that's something that we never thought about, was it? Really, the homework side of things. But I don't get that.
No, it wasn't, because we were just trying to get it going, and like I say, it is a work in progress. So hopefully I'll be able to afford a chair at some point. Buy myself a chair. But yeah, I'm gonna sort out that room and just with this weekend. So hopefully I'll be set up nice in there. I just need to figure out whether I need a new laptop or not.
So yeah, just to recap again, guys, the year for next week is going to be 2001. So that's any film or actor or director or good, bad, worst, never going to see it, won most Oscars, whatever in that year, and we'll go by that route.
Oh, I almost.
BritBox, Lana signed up for a 7-day free trial for BritBox, but we've not got any of the stuff that you could actually play it on apart from your phone, and it blocks you from actually streaming it to your TV.
See, Shabba's put Toby's put With No and I've got that ready to watch. I've had that on Blu-ray for months now, ready to watch. Videodrome, I got rid of it a while back, but I almost picked it up again today. I wish I bloody had now. But that's the one with Debbie Harry in it.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, Videodrome. Yeah.
I don't know. There isn't any films that are on my watch list that I haven't got around to watching yet. One of the things I did try and start doing in the movie Facebook group was, those posters that we were all scratching off.
Yeah.
Was picking a film that I haven't seen on that, and then I was going to do like a review on that, so I might start doing that. So,
well, I've still got mine ready to go up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we can look at that because there's a load of movies on there, isn't there?
Oh, here we go.
Sorry about that. I was trying to figure everything out. I haven't plugged everything in. I thought because it's your first show, I've got to pop on and say hi. No, I really enjoyed these movie chats. They've been really good. So got to give props to you guys for doing them for so long, and Chris for starting up. It's nice, isn't it? It's just nice because it's different.
Yeah, well, this is it. We just love having a chat, and as we said when we spoke about it, I mean, it's up to the chat which way we go with it. It really is. But we were sort of saying, look, let's just have it nice and breezy, and let's just see where we go with it.
Yeah.
Because obviously we were doing homework, we were doing the years in decades and stuff, and there's a lot of things that we had to sort of find out.
I think that can be good though sometimes as well, because it's like sometimes it's a bit of structure as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But what we're saying is we're not going to stop it completely.
Yeah.
It's just sort of, for us starting out on this, we really wanted just to see where we could go with it.
Well, you've got to take it at your own pace, haven't you, and do what you're comfortable with, and you'll make it your own thing, won't you? So it's like, but going with movies is always a good thing. I like.
So what's your favourite movies then, Zeke?
Oh God, it's got to be Tarantino movies probably. I love those movies. I mean, I love there's certain things that, I mean, Alien's probably my favorite movie. Like the first Alien, that's probably my favorite if I pick a movie. But but there are better films out there. Do you know what I mean? Like Alien is a good movie in its own right, but there are better films out there.
I mean, I absolutely love Tarantino movies. I think there's a couple of them that like the Hateful Eight and stuff like that. I just like the suspense of them sort of movies.
Well, I've not seen. That's the funny thing. I've not seen a lot of his newer films, so I still haven't even seen Django. I've not seen Hateful Eight, and they're meant to be really good.
Really?
Yeah, my favorite. The reason why I'm like, I think Tarantino's the first thing that came to my mind was simply Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Dusk Till Dawn. I loved Dust. I know it's not his like best movie, but it was so good.
I mean, the thing is that I think he's in my eyes, he's sort of grown off that. He's sort of gone. I mean, they're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but some of his later films that he's done now, or some of his newer films, I mean, they're really, really good. It's definitely worth. Well,
I mean, when I saw Inglourious, that was probably the newest of his films that I've seen, Inglourious, and that was incredible. I mean, that just like I could have stopped watching that film after the first scene and been satisfied. You know what I mean? Like the first, you know, the beginning, like with Christoph Waltz. I mean, that scene, like you don't often get goosebumps. You don't often get that. It was emotionally like so powerful that I was like, I wanted it over with, but at the same time I was enjoying it so much, and it was just like, that was a monster. That scene is better than a lot of movies like whole.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. It's such a suspenseful sort of scene.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. Like every creak, like the audio in it as well, like every creak on the floorboards, and you know, just like the meticulous nature of it all, and like the way he kind of took his drink of milk and the way he lit his cigar. Like everything about that scene was just magic, absolute magic.
But his character all the way through it is sort of one step ahead of everybody in it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just that scene where they've got the German prisoners, and they're talking about him coming out the tunnel, and he's just banging the baseball bat on the wall, and you're just like, they've got this bear or whoever it is, and it's just a normal bloke from New York just banging his bat on the wall and stuff like that. But it's brilliantly done, the way that they've done it.
Like Queenie Conquest says, Dusk Till Dawn was epic, especially if you didn't know. That's the thing, I didn't know, and it was. Well, I mean, or did I know before watching it? I think we had a feeling that what was going to happen, but the thing is, even though you know, like again, the first half of Dusk Till Dawn, he did it so well, and it was so like it wasn't. It was very like signature, wasn't it? It was like very signature at the time of what you'd expect, like or what you'd later. Well, what you'd later come to expect of one of his films, definitely. And then when they hit you with that introduction as well, I mean, that guy outside selling all the different flavors, it was just, you know, that was incredible. And then the movie just, yeah.
If you've got like sort of a handful of movies that you can just put on and just chill out to, what would it be?
All right, we're recently starting our Blu-ray collection because we decided like we've gotten so used to streaming that you forget how good Blu-ray is, and like no matter how good your subscription with Netflix is, it doesn't come close. So we've started to build our collection. Believe it or not, the very first movie that we got was Aliens in the Attic because my girls absolutely loved that movie. And really? It's a ridiculous film. It's an absolute. It's like a personal thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a.
Oh yeah.
It's like a personal, ridiculous. We will laugh about it. We will laugh about certain scenes in it, and you know, like that was the first one we got, and then we've gotten Transformers from a car boot sale, because Transform. I gotta say, it's the first Michael Bay one. Transformers. I've got to say that movie it does everything that it does well. I mean, the first time you watch it, you're not quite sure what you've seen. But
the only thing I'd say about the first Michael Bay movie is that I wish they had the Bumblebee type design on that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Bumblebee movie. Yeah,
that would have been spot on. From me being a Transformers geek and a nerd, that's what I would have loved to have seen.
Yeah, but I'm happy with that start. But we're going to definitely be getting like obviously Alien, Terminator. I'm sure we're going to get some horror films because my daughters are really.
You go down that rabbit hole.
Well, my daughters are really into like my youngest is like really into horror, so like I'm sure we'll be getting.
How old is she?
Oh, she's 16.
Okay.
We found out she just binge watched. Like, we watched Us. Was it Us? I think we watched. You know the one. No, Get Out. We watched Get Out.
Great film.
Yeah, which was incredible, and I think that just got her hooked. And then we found out that she'd just been binge watching horror movies. Yes, after watching Get Out. The thing is, she was 15, I think, when she saw Get Out. Yeah. And then we found out she's just been binge watching horror movies, and she'd see. And now Michael Myers is like her favorite character.
Is this where you go in her room now and she's got all your micro horror figures?
She's got a NECA Annabelle figure, and she's got like the Michael Myers figures. She loves Annabelle, Michael Myers. She loves all that like proper. Like she loves Halloween 2018. So definitely we'll be getting some horror stuff. My older daughter's a Transformers nut. Steve, you'll be happy to know she's nuts about Transformers. And like I mean, like they're really into like she's into like reading fan fiction and stuff like that. Yeah, because there's a huge thing for that, isn't there?
Yeah, so there's so many different variants of Transformers and different storylines and comic lines and stuff like that. It's hard to keep up with, and and where they're coming from. I was never a big fan of Beast Wars, if I have to admit. So the latest series on Netflix, the way that it jumped into Kingdom, that didn't really hold me attention at all. And the new film that's coming out, the new Beast Wars film next year, I'm not really excited about it. But I need to go back and watch Beast Wars again so I can understand some of the references and stuff. Lainey's got a good question. What's he picking for homework?
I didn't know. That's quite an honour.
We need a homework now, Z.
Oh, I don't know. I had so much pressure. I wasn't ready for this. I just wanted to come on and talk about films.
Now, I do have to admit, the first person that picked homework on the last show was Dave, and he picked that THX 1138, and we all slated him for it. Yeah.
What is THX 1138?
Yeah. So
what is that?
That lives in memory for. Yeah. It's George Lucas's first film, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, if I remember rightly, it was.
I didn't even know. I didn't know. I'm not. I should have known that, really. I don't know. What would be a great movie to watch?
Something that you've seen that's probably not the mainstream. That you thought was great. That was good.
To be honest, I don't think I'm quite a mainstream person. So I'm like, I don't know if I've watched many like non-mainstream films, but like.
Well, what you might consider mainstream might not be for somebody else, so you don't forget.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if I just play it as a movie that I would like people to have seen, and that's fun. For some reason, what comes to my head is Big Trouble in Little China. You don't know.
Wow, that'll be an awesome one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I know that's like, it just came to my head. I'm like, what's an old movie that I think people?
I'll go with that.
Yeah, rewatch it and. Because I've forgotten a lot about it, like pretty much. I've forgotten almost everything about it. I remember it was very around the time of like The Golden Child, wasn't it? And
yes, yeah,
similar style of kind of movies, and Big Trouble in Little China. That's it. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Aliens in the Attic. No, I wouldn't do that to guys. It's got something about it though. There's some funny bits in Aliens in the Attic. There really are. But that's like, I wouldn't like foist that on anyone, like.
So how did you say you're doing with your Blu-ray collection then?
It's only literally, like I said, that's all we've gotten to so far. But I think we're gonna be adding. I think definitely, obviously, Alien, probably Aliens. T1, T2. I'm not going further than that on those. I'd probably go Predator 1. I'm not sure about Predator 2 even. I think I'd go for all of those, and then some horror movies definitely. I don't know. It depends, and like, gosh, I like. I don't know. I think I will be kind of also basing it on how impressive some of the films are because of the format. Like, because I think sometimes not AVP. I can't be dealing. I can't deal with. Yeah, too. I know some people like it. It's just not my cup of tea. I suppose
I think the storyline behind Predator. Yeah, do I need to put this on just in case I'm talking about a film that's 40 years old that someone's not seen? I think the idea behind Predator, and then that they come back, no one really knows them, and then obviously Predator 2, they build up that they have been watching them, and then AVP just blows that completely out the window, doesn't it? That that they are here, they come more regularly than they thought they were. It's
but I think they do it like, I think that my problem with these newer films, and I'm gonna just paste them all together, like all these crossovers, is that they dispense away any of like the lore or the story just for the monster, because the monsters themselves are cool. Like, a predator is cool, xenomorph is cool, but what made us love those movies was that it wasn't just that they were cool, it was the way that they were introduced to us, and the detail with which, like, Predator was it was more about the characters, you know what I mean? As corny as the characters were, it was about the characters. It was about, like, the jokes that they tell when they're out in the jungle and stuff, and the camaraderie. Even though it wasn't the best acting movie, of course it wasn't, but it didn't focus solely on the Predator. I mean, you barely saw much Predator in it. Just like Alien, you didn't see huge amounts of Alien in Alien.
It's that element of unknown.
I think Big Chap was only in it for 15 minutes in the whole film, wasn't he?
And even in Aliens, which is seen as more of like the kind of gun-toting one, and there were obviously a lot of aliens in it, that most of the action, it was like second half heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The first half was spent building suspense, like what's happened, what are they going into, and they spend time on it. And I think the problem with these new movies is they're just taking the monsters out of context. It's almost like just doing a video game with them, like, let's just put them out of context and make them battle each other. That's literally how it feels, and I can't, it just didn't, there's only so much. I think there's only one film that has made gratuitous violence watchable, and I think that's got to be John Wick. John Wick is literally, it somehow hooks you into wanting to see the next kill and next kill, but very few movies can actually make gratuitous violence for an hour and a half entertaining.
I watched the first John Wick and I loved it. The second one was sort of just like violence,
more of it,
more of it.
Yeah.
The third one was just pure violence, just no storyline. I have no idea what's going on in that third film.
But I think
I really don't.
I don't think you need to know, in a way, because I almost feel that, like, when you first watch the first one, right, you get everything you need to know, and then we were bloodthirsty. Like, I'd looked up the kill counts in 2 and 3.
Really?
Yeah, and that was the exciting reason to watch the second one, because the kill count was higher than the first one, and the kills were just so much fun to watch. Like, that movie made, like Halloween 2018 and like the Halloween movies. It's like, those kind of movies, like, you were like, who's he going to get next? And how is he going to get them? And that's how I feel.
So, was it John Rambo that was out? And I think they counted up the amount of deaths, and it equated to like one death every 16 seconds of the film.
Yeah.
John Wick 3.
That was hot shots, didn't they?
Yeah, I think John Wick 3 tried to beat that, but at least Rambo had some sort of a storyline. I don't know what the connection was to the German Shepherd dogs and stuff like that in John Wick 3. I don't know who that woman was.
She was like, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean,
you see, it's just reading that comment you put up a minute ago with Shabatron. He's bang on in it. That it's literally that same guy that guy must have had work all the way through the 80s. Who did the trailer?
Oh, this one, yeah.
From the studio that brought you Highlander.
And Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah, literally, like every single movie trailer had that guy on it.
Yeah.
He was everywhere.
So if you're talking movie mashups and movie crossovers,
nice.
see which crossover would you like to see that hasn't been done yet?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's anything that.
Not nowadays, I don't think.
Yeah,
would you like to see John Wick take on the Terminator?
No, see, it doesn't appeal to me. Like, I think they're very. Yeah, I don't think so. No, I don't think I just don't think I'm very much of a crossover type person for the movies. I don't know why.
Well, the last one was Batman versus Superman. That was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just a difficult one because I feel like there's so many when you start taking like two different films with like two sets of people, groups of fans that like them for different reasons.
Yeah.
You're never going to please everybody, are you? You're going to always disappoint people, I feel.
That was for me. That was really far off the mark.
Mm.
I mean, I do like the guy Henry Cavill who plays Superman. I think he was.
He's a brilliant Superman. Yeah, I think so.
You know, and I think Ben Affleck could have probably got another movie or so out of him.
I think I'd love to see something like Spawn versus Deadpool and just see Michael J. White and Ryan Reynolds go at it. You know, something as stupid as that. If you can't kill Spawn, he's already dead, and obviously Deadpool's just going to regenerate. You just imagine the mindless violence between those two.
I mean, I think, was it Joan Noble versus Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees, and didn't they do like Freddy versus Jason, wasn't it? See, in that kind of world, I kind of think it's cool. It's okay. I think it's because you're already. I don't know. I think it's for some reason. I think with horror it's different because like horror films have got like a different job to do than other movies in my mind. Like a horror film, you know if it's good or not based on how much kind of jump or how much fright do you experience, like even if it's a little, do you get any, did it make you jump at any point? It's much more like the feelings you're looking for are basic. You don't go there looking for, you're not made to feel like it's as if you've watched Schindler's List or something. That's not what they're setting out for. Do you know what I mean? Like when you go to watch a horror movie, it's a very specific set of emotions they're looking to get out of you. And as long as they get those out of you, it's a good horror movie. And I think that's why there are so many good horror movies. And, you know, that's why I think there's so many fans of them, because they do, you know, they've got a job and they're really good at doing it. Like Halloween 2018 is incredible. Like considering we're talking about something that's been done for now like 30 years and it's not stopping, and like the hype around the new Halloween Kills is huge.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. I've not seen any of the Conjuring movies, but apparently they're all incredible as well.
No? Do you like jump scares or do you like horror movies?
I think it's, for me it depends. I think it just depends, to be honest.
Because there's horror movies where it's going to scare you shitless, and then there's jump scares where it builds up to something coming out of the dark.
I think if I'm going to the cinema, I probably prefer jump scares.
Yeah. So you just for fun. Love the Conjuring movies.
Yeah. But like for serious ones, then it's different, isn't it? But
yeah. What's Shabba saying here? The original Final Destination had the biggest kill count.
Yeah, but it wasn't enjoyable. Like the kill.
That's just because of the plane crash.
I just think that it's like I think John Wick. The reason I bought John Wick up was because it made each kill made you look forward to the next one, and the next, you know, is different like that. Fast and
the Furious meets Jurassic Park.
Oh, I don't even know about like Fast and Furious has gone so like I didn't even think the first one was good though. Like when I remember seeing it and thinking it's not a good movie. It's got some nice cars in it, but it's not a good movie. But it's just gone from. That was my opinion. I know some people love it.
No, I just want to know when they've gone from street racers to super spies.
It's gone like I don't understand. Yeah, like the progression.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and you know, in Tokyo Drift, I think it was, they had that actor. I mean, I'd only ever seen this actor in NCIS New Orleans before, and I was like, you know, this guy is awful. And then he turns out that he was playing like the young teenage kid that goes to Japan to race cars. And he already looked like he was 40 then. He didn't even look. He plays Agent LaSalle in NCIS New Orleans. I don't know.
I do enjoy the Final Destination film. Sorry, Ali's put on there. She enjoys them as well.
I enjoyed the first one. That was actually the first movie me and Beck watched on our first date. Actually, Final Destination. So that's always special. But it was, we actually watched it recently with the kids, and they enjoyed it as well. So it's lasted. But I think we've.
No worries, Richard.
No worries. But I think Final Destination, the first one, was again the best created, and I feel like, you know, because it was. I don't know about the others so much, to be honest. I think they were
okay. I mean, I think number 5 was on telly the other day.
Oh God, number 5. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, is that the one with the
I almost feel they should have a rule now where they should just stop, come up with new ideas.
Well, I don't think they can come up with new ideas. I think that's
they can.
I think that's the problem. Everything's been done to death now. That you're even remaking films that had a soft reboot 5 years ago.
Yeah, but don't you think that's because they're too scared to introduce us to new characters? Like, I think it almost feels like they only make a movie if they feel it's already got like a fan base, and I think that's the problem. Like, now they're not prepared to make movies introducing us to completely new. You got to remember, like, these, like, Jurassic Park didn't have a following before it came out. Do you know what I mean? Like, Terminator didn't have a following before it came out. I think, like, Fast and Furious didn't have these followings happened after.
In the 90s, though, they went through a stint, didn't they, of making films and obscure books. You know, Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park wasn't a big seller. It was during the film release, but it wasn't one that everyone was going to get. But it was a great basis for a film. I don't think that... If you look at the books that they're making now, and we were talking about this the other week, is like, you know, you've got the Hunger Games, you've got the Maze Runner series, you've got the Divergent series. What's the one with the vampires? Twilight, that's it. I know you would know that.
See, I don't even.
It was just playing that. I've never seen them on it.
But you know what? I don't even read books, to be honest. I know that makes me sound super ignorant, and it is. But I'm not a big fan of reading books. I like, Beck will read books. I like watching films, and I'm like, I don't mind if they're coming from books or whether they're coming from like just a screenplay. I just feel that they need to be braver, because you know, they need to they need to create new like things for the next generation, because I think it's kind of sad that, like, my daughter is kind of like hyped about Michael Myers when he came out 30 years ago. It's good as well in a way, because it carries it on for us and whatever, but it's kind of sad that that's what it is. Like, you know, if you watch The Matrix again, that's like they're redoing The Matrix, aren't they? I'm pretty sure.
The fourth one. It's a continuation, isn't it?
So you know, yet another one after all these years. It's like, I just feel like, you know, the same with Terminator, same with all these things. I'm like, I just think they need to do something. They need to come up with something new.
Well, you see, Arnie was pushing Paramount to make a new Terminator movie, weren't he? He was saying, you best hurry up if you want me to be in it. Just bring somebody else in it as a Terminator. Dave Bautista was saying, sorry, not Dave Bautista, The Rock was saying 2 weeks ago that he wants to remake Total Recall. Now, we had the Colin Farrell Total Recall not so long ago. RoboCop was another one. You know,
that's the thing. Yeah, but that's really sad, isn't it? Because they just literally, they feel like they can only make a movie now, and I think the only kind of directors they're even allowing to make their own movies are like the super ones, like like
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan. Like I mean, Tenet's probably the last original movie
That was
that I
that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was confusing as hell for me. I still not fully sure what happened in it, but I just feel like yeah, Beck got it straight away, and I was just like, I need to watch that again. But like, I know it was a good movie, and it was. But the thing is, what I liked about it is it was fresh. Like I don't know, I'm not following like James Bond or John Wick, or I'm following the protagonist. I've not seen the protagonist before. It's new. It's completely new. That's.
Ali's put vampires shouldn't sparkle.
There you go. Rich is back.
Yeah, he had to pop off because he was chatting to the guy from Jive Bunny, like you do,
Yeah, I read that this week, Catan, that they're filming the new Lord of the Rings in the UK instead of in New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah.
Another Lord of the Rings film.
Weird.
Yeah.
But I thought we got rid of the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's all sorts of other stories, isn't it? It's the untold stories and stuff like that from Lord of the Rings.
Well, I had to pick up these bad boys today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I remember those.
I've got the extended ones on Blu-ray.
So there you go. There's one of the stories that they can go through.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
and then there's the unfinished tales.
I was just saying, I had to. I went into a charity shop this morning and picked up the extended versions of the Lord of the Rings. Steve.
Yeah.
I've got. When they did the limited edition box sets where they had like that thing you sold.
The Meristerith.
Yeah. Well, the one I've got is the one with the two bookends. But when I bought it from the charity shop the other week, and she was like, "Oh, I haven't got the movie for it. It's missing the movie." So I was like, "Oh, I'll find it and I'll pick it up at some point." I think it's the one from the Fellowship of the Ring. So I went in there today and they had this box set for £3. So even though I've got them on Blu-ray, I thought I'll pick that up and I can at least put that with it then because it's got the box for it and everything.
Well, you should have said you were looking for them. We've got a couple of copies of them because I pick them up every time we got the boot sale.
You see them everywhere, don't you? But
yeah,
because these have been in a box, the quality of the packaging is really good on them. So, but I only actually physically needed one of them.
Right.
Yeah, when we opened up that Meristerith, there was the ring that ruled them all was inside it.
Yeah.
And really? I was just like, oh, I so wanted to keep it, but then it was just like, but it was worth quite a bit when we sold it. So
yeah. I mean, going back to the original thing, I was just thinking, like, actually, John Wick is relatively new. That's a great example of, something that's been rehashed. It's not something completely fresh in a way, but it's a new character, isn't he?
John Wick?
Yeah. Or has he been around for, I don't know, like, it's new to the cinema.
He's new to the cinema, but it's a comic, isn't it, John Wick?
Yeah. But
no, it's Marvel, Catan. It's not Star Wars. What was that? Sorry.
I just read about the thingy, the Star Wars bit.
Oh yeah, it's Marvel. I've got a Stormtrooper cushion, and then I've got a Marvel bedspread. It's Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk. I'm a big kid at heart. I'm only 39. Leave me alone.
I think a lot of it is to do with Marvel, though, isn't it? Really, they've made so much money that they've kind of set the tone now for the next few years.
Yeah,
because they made so. Yeah, go on.
Oh, he saw the Stormtrooper pillow.
No, I've just seen Tori's message. I might need to buy another copy of the Fellowship of the Ring now because she reckons it's £35 on eBay.
They're listed, but they don't go for that much.
All right.
No, they're listed at 35, but you get about 15, 20 quid for them.
I'll probably just put it with the set then.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw Catan, the last movie chats, but I've got the Star Wars helmets as well. I've got me Mandalorian helmet and me Stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah. So have you had any cool movie stuff come through recently, See?
Not. I mean, to be honest with you, I think we're doing a lot better with like the merch side of things.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, obviously we do like action figures and stuff from movies. They
Yeah.
always do well. But like the merch is really where like people love that. You know, people love. I think they just like having stuff that. I mean, I can understand that. I like having stuff around me that just reminds me of my day-to-day life that I'm a fan of it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like it's weird. Like it is stuff like your glasses and your coasters and things that people.
Yeah.
It's weird, but that's what people, and you kind of you get an appreciation for that, where you're like, actually that's what people are more into, and you can understand why, because like just what they're into.
I'll tell you what, got some bad surprise today. When I went into HMV before, I'd usually have a look at the t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, they had a couple of canvases in there, which was quite nice. A Jaws one, which I was thinking about Ali at the time, to be fair with that, but because there was a couple of them that were Back to the Future as well. But underneath it, they've got teddies, and the teddies they had a Rocky glove with like the logo on and stuff, and then
Cool.
they had like a Rocky teddies, Ivan Drago teddies. I think there was a Mr. T one as well, and I was like, I never thought that I would ever see an Ivan Drago teddy, to be honest.
That's quite funny.
A plush, for want of a better word. But
well, I had to explain to my eldest why Ivan Drago was in Creed 2. She didn't understand the connection between him and Rocky. So it's just like, right, are we going to have to watch Rocky 1 to 5 now before we can?
He was Rocky 4, wasn't he? I can't remember.
Rocky 4, yeah.
He was Rocky 4, yeah. He was. I was.
Yeah. So 1 and 2 was Creed. 3 was
Clubber Lang.
4 was Ivan Drago, and then 5 was Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, that's it.
And they were good sizes as well. These plushies, they were literally, sort of that good size.
Decent size.
Yeah, 9-inch, say something like that. But really,
I think there's literally. I think one thing is it's cool that there's so much stuff around to help us enjoy what we like, really, isn't it? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it just shows how big a part of it is like of people's lives now.
Well, this is like I say, when you look at the stuff that you've had and you've got in your store and stuff, it's so much of that stuff I could just decorate the whole house with. But then I have to remind myself just how old I am.
Well,
I think it's becoming normalized though. I don't think it is. Like I think like one thing that stands out is like the quality of the stuff is now a lot better. Like a few years ago, like even just I remember when in my 20s going to places like Forbidden Planet and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you didn't get wallets. You used to get bus passes and stuff. Now you get like the quality of the stuff that you can use is now to the point where you can have it as an adult in your house because it's decent. Like wallets have got proper stitching and embroidery, caps, and the prints, like they do all different styles of them. So they've kind of almost started to stray away from like just straight up film pictures and like posters, but like you can get fancy like abstract prints of Iron Man and stuff that look like they've been drawn in watercolor, and what I mean, like so.
I got my wallet from you, my Transformers wallet.
I mean, look at the quality of that. Isn't it amazing? Do you know what I mean?
It is. Like, it's a brilliant wallet.
Yeah.
The thing is, Hughes, what you're talking about there is that I was a geek and a nerd when it was an insult in school.
Yeah, and then there was nothing,
being called a geek and a nerd.
It was cool.
Yeah,
before it was cool. Now I can walk in Primark. I had to scour Worlds Apart and Forbidden Planet, and I had to go once every couple of months when my mum would take me to Liverpool or somewhere
100%
to get a T-shirt or whatever. Now you walk into Primark and every aisle's got something on it.
So much, and now they've started to, and like with any growing industry, you're going to start seeing like the better brands come out and start to do like even with, for example, you're talking about prints and things, like they've started to design them now so that they, look more and so they don't look so out of place, because obviously there was a thing, wasn't there, like, oh, that's perfect for the man cave and that kind of stuff. But they're starting to realize that actually it's not just the man cave thing anymore. It's perfectly likely that a couple that that is now moving into their first home, both of them are going to be mad about certain movies and are going to
prime example of that is when we bought this house. Lana was looking at artwork and stuff for downstairs, and she come across a Starscream poster.
Oh, right.
But she's mad on planes and stuff, but it was his like schematics and stuff like that. And I was like, you are aware that's a Transformer? And she went, yeah, but it's cool. And she was willing to have that in our hallway down. We never went through, like we went another way, but that's just a prime example of that.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's so accessible now that some of the stuff that you're selling in your store will be in like mainstream stores where they never were in mainstream stores at one stage.
100%. I think that's exactly it. That is exactly it. I mean, it's readily available now, isn't it?
Yeah. We had that same experience when we went to the one in Liverpool, Queenie. If you're after a pop figure, pop vinyl, you were made up.
Wow, really?
When you went into Forbidden Planet,
I've not been in a while.
They hardly sell figures, just plushies, prints, tees, stationery. Yeah, that's it. And that's the stuff that people literally, because there's so much demand for it. Like we've already started selling the Christmas baubles, and people are coming in and like, wow, like, you know, because it's not sad to have like a Groot on your Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
You know, or it's not sad to have that, you know, so it definitely. But I mean, I think you've got to have a bit of both. You know, you've got to have like the figures do kind of help as well. But there's definitely, it's grown more than that, you know, like you're not, I think the difference is you're not just getting us like geeks and nerds going into these shops anymore. Like regular people are also going into these shops and looking for stuff because they've seen one of the Marvel films and are really into it, you know.
Regular people, the way you said that, then regular people.
Well, you know how people see,
we've missed a question there for Catan. Marvel's been mentioned a few times. You know, who would you have to say for Marvel characters? Would be Wolverine.
That's a pretty good one, I think. Yeah, Wolverine. You can't really go wrong with Wolverine. I mean, Apocalypse is pretty cool as well. I mean, he's you know, in terms of no messing with him. But yeah, coolness is got. Yeah, I'd say Wolverine as well, actually.
Yeah, so what were some of the answers here?
Star-Lord,
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool. That's a good one as well. Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing. Queenie just said we bought a £10 Predator figure in Smith's Toys. It's like, what's really interesting is like the stuff that we grew up on is being introduced to kids now, but in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Like I get kids coming in regularly pointing at like the big chap and going, "It's the alien from Fortnite," because they released the Xenomorph as a skin on Fortnite.
Yeah.
And you know, at first I was like, "Oh, that's really terrible." But if you think about it, it's still
inside every time they say it.
I at first I thought I would, but I kind of see it now that like it's a way of introducing them in a PG way for now, because you don't want them watching Alien. They wouldn't enjoy it. They wouldn't fully enjoy it, I think. Anyway, they're better off watching it when they're older.
So there's 3 of those Smith Toy Store Predators, if I remember. There's the grey one, there's an orange and like a greeny one, and then there's a green and grey one. And they're not bad. They're not obviously like the figures that I've got and detail.
They won't be NECA quality or anything. No.
But for somebody that's starting off a collection that wants the stuff, in fact, I was actually a bit disappointed with the Alien range in Smiths because they've gone like very kiddie with theirs.
But I think that's just it probably because of the Fortnite link, and then like it's not just that, but I think Roblox is introducing kids to a lot of horror characters as well.
Yeah.
And like I think in Call of Duty, like at one point you could run around Leatherface's house, like modeled on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think you could get him as a skin as well. I'm not sure, but I think you could get him as a skin. RoboCop is also in Fortnite. Queenie says that's the thing. Like so many kids are being introduced to our things, as it were.
Well, they introduced some of them characters in Mortal Kombat as well, haven't they, on the games?
Yeah.
Like DLCs and stuff, so...
No, they are good quality, Shabba, and I do agree. And I was looking at a couple of them, and I was thinking, if I hadn't have already got the ones that I've got, I probably would have picked them up.
You know what? You should definitely check out the NECA Predators. They're so nice.
I've got Steve sent me two. Actually, one's here. You sent me two, didn't you? As a random surprise. So that's the Chieftain from AVP, and then I've got the Alien. I've got the Predator on the other side of the telly, and then I've got a couple of the NECA ones up the top on the top shelf. I'll have to take some proper photos and put them on the group and whatever, so you can have a look, or do a pre-record and give you the tour of the toy room.
See, I had a NECA, just talking about RoboCop. I had a NECA RoboCop years ago, and I got rid of it, and I wish I hadn't now, because it was such a really good quality. Like, it was a good sort of tall one. Yeah. Really good NECA one. Really good. I think that might be Forbidden Planet, if I remember.
Yeah.
I think the last time I spoke to Uzi on the live, I had the power loader behind me, didn't I?
Yeah.
On my shelf behind me.
That's so cool. Yes, we still have that. But if you wait, I think McFarlane are bringing one out now as well. They're bringing out Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, and also they're going to be doing. What else are they going to be doing? Hold on, they're going to be doing. Yeah, they're doing the Suicide Squad figures as well, so those will be cool. But they're also doing Birds of Prey Harley as well, because they do 7-inch figures, which a lot more people prefer. The thing with Fig Arts is they're amazing, and I absolutely love them. But they're just people get put off because they're only 5 3/4 inch. A bit small for a lot of people's when the majority of the stuff they're getting. Yes, I do have the quarter scale Alien, which is just incredible, So I sold one, and I was like, oh my god, I've only got one left now, and I'm like,
let's see if I can get it down without breaking it.
Richard's put on there is he wish he'd never sold the Jaws. I told you.
Yeah.
Bloody told you.
Sometimes you have to, though, don't you? Sometimes you've got to sell these things.
But how many?
The Queen.
That's what I picked up at the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible, man.
And she only cost me 30 quid. The detail, I know you can't really see it because it's dark, but the detail in it, she's absolutely stunning.
That looks so good. 30 quid. Bargain.
Well, I don't know if I've shown you this one, actually. I'm sure I have. One sec. I don't know if you can see it in the cabinet. Can you see that, Steve?
Yeah. Yes.
I've had that one for years. That came from.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome.
I need to get all these up in the other room when I sort it out. The minute glass cabinet's just hidden behind toys.
What was that? Sorry, mate. What were you showing?
I'll show some pictures later. I think I've already shown you, but the Alien I've got from.
I tell you what, if you want to see an amazing Alien figure, they've NECA's new well, it's not new now, it's been out for a few months, but their Kane figure.
Yes.
Oh, the head sculpt on that.
Yeah.
Bang on. It's one of the best ones I've seen. It looks so badly like him. And Queenie Conquest says she's just been corrected by her son that RoboCop is in Mortal Kombat, not Fortnite. Yeah.
No, I think he's been in Fortnite, hasn't he, RoboCop?
I don't know.
And so is Master Chief from
Master Chief's been on Fortnite, definitely.
Yeah.
Master Chief's been in Fortnite, because I almost considered playing it again.
Yeah.
Shabba's trying it.
You know what? There is a code. You know what? I should do. I might do something like that, actually. A movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, for every sale that you get off movie chat,
I should do a discount. I think I will do a discount code. But we've got a code anyway. Of your first order, you can get 10% if you type in OCS10. But yeah, we should do like a movie chat code. That'd be a good idea.
I'll be up for that, but I don't think Lana would be impressed.
As you're literally shopping online while we're chatting.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I've just, I mean, talking of that, I'm getting some like masks in now for starting to get some masks in, getting ready for Halloween.
Oh wow, yeah, that'd be a good one.
I think we're
for you,
getting
wouldn't
a Jason in, a Pennywise, and like the new Halloween 2018 ones, with the burns and all that. And
you look all right dressed as Pennywise there, Steve.
So I picked this up on eBay for the Mandalorian helmet. And it was only 30 quid. It came as like a grey colour. Yeah. And then Lana painted it for me.
Oh, that looks...
So she did all the paintwork on it. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's
this is the way.
Fully wearable, you know.
Fully wearable.
Looks like Beskar from a distance.
Yeah. So yeah, it was brilliant. She painted it for me. So the idea is just I've got to get a top for the wardrobe, and they're going to go on stands up there. But depending on what masks you get, I might add to my collection.
Queenie's put Christmas round the corner. Not Queenie, it's not.
You know what? That's a contentious issue.
It's not yet.
Yeah. Let's not think about it.
Although we've literally got about 2 weeks before the whole of Asda and everywhere is covered in Christmas stuff, haven't we?
Yeah, it's not long, is it? I mean, it's all happening.
It'll soon come about.
Pennywise mask, yeah. Like, and I'm also gonna get some. I was trying to get some more. There's a Michael Myers prop knife as well.
Really?
Foam knife, but that's not in. Like, I ordered it, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, it's not in until next week." So I'm gonna get some knives in, some prop replica knives. They're only gonna be made of foam, but still cool. And Iron Maiden stuff as well. The Eddie masks, you can get a bunch of different Eddie masks as well. So yeah, looking forward to those.
You're having a Whitefield day, weren't you, your suppliers?
Yeah, just got to try it.
I'll have some of those. I'll have some of those.
Oh, you know what? It's really heartbreaking because just as soon as you think, you're making some money, and then you're like,
hang on, Zabba, you've actually started this.
yeah. Actually, this is meant to be movie chats.
I
said.
Oh, that's him. Anyway,
I don't know. Like I say, going back to the original point, there's so much more available to you and easy to retain.
Yes.
Now than what they were when we were growing up,
And I think that just goes with like the territory of it being not just geeky anymore. You said, it used to be a bad thing, like you said, or like it wasn't. It was one of those weird things. Like Forbidden Planet was that weird shop. Now everyone sees it as a chain. And like you said, it's not just that. You can go to Primark now, and it's the amount of cool merch you can get from there is incredible, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. So I've got some. I'm sort of going around.
So at this rate, then we don't need to do any pre-records. We're just showing all our toys now.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, this is it, because my son now, I put these on shelves, and my son likes to grab them. So I've got the Superman Lego, I've got the Joker Lego, I've got the Iron Man, and the Captain America.
Oh, I tell you what. Before we go, then, because I'm going to show you my Nostromo then, because I haven't shown, because it's just the best. Hold on.
But yeah, I come down every morning and he's pulled things off the shelves. We'll be playing with them.
So don't forget, guys, I know we've gone off on a bit of a tangent. Your homework year is 2001, and your homework film is Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes. I'm looking forward to watching Big Trouble in Little China again.
Yeah. Ah, I seen this on your... Did they straighten it out for you, has he? Oh, he hasn't got his headset on. That's right.
Can you hear what we're saying?
Yeah.
All right. That, I'm sorry, I'm being really careful with it, but this is the coolest thing that's happened in the shop since opening it.
Wow.
That is a expertly painted Nostromo. Look at the weathering on it.
That's really cool.
I found this at a car boot. No, sorry, a charity shop. And it was like half built, as it were, and someone had broken it and given up, and they hadn't painted it, and it was all messed up. And this guy came into the shop a few weeks ago, and we were chatting and stuff, and he started sharing me like all these models that he paints and all that kind of stuff. And he offered he was gagging to paint this, to be honest, because you don't often get a chance to build this kit. This kit came out in the 90s, and I think most of the time people just don't build them because it's made out of PVC, and that warps and stuff. But also it's collectible now. So if you've got this, if you find one of these and it's not been built, it's like 300-400 quid or something.
Wow.
So people don't build them; they just resell them or just keep them, collect them.
I've got a perfect spot for that. Easy.
No, this is going. You know what? This is my. I've got to say, this is my pride and joy. I'd say this is my.
Yeah.
That would never make it to yours in one piece.
No, I don't even like moving. I just had to show it because I haven't shown it.
It's not the one he had to straighten out and strengthen for you.
Yeah, he had to straighten it out, strengthen it. He did the weathering. I mean, you got to see it in. It's beautiful. It really is. It's just got to put it carefully.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, this kind of thing is now standard, isn't it? It's just
yeah, this is it.
But yeah, I had to share that because that makes me smile.
All right, guys, we're coming on to 2.5 hours, which is not bad going for our first show.
No, we've really had a good time.
Yeah. We're just saying, Nersey, don't forget your homework year was 2001, and your homework film was Big Trouble in Little China.
Any decent Tarantino films for that year?
Yeah. So I think it's time we call it a day or call it a night as it is.
Yeah. We'll say thanks to everyone that came on and has come on the chat. It's been really good, and I'm really happy that it's gone the way it has.
Mm-hmm.
But, keep them up. I'll definitely be watching next week. So.
Thanks, Z.
You're more than welcome to pop on at any time.
I will, obviously, depending on tiredness. But definitely. Yeah. We'll be watching at the very, very least. So appreciate you having me on, guys.
Thanks for the chat. Thank you so much for the support tonight, guys.
So since this is our first week, I haven't got a fancy outro. So it's just going to go off. Yeah.
like that advert where she's paused and the cat goes past. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.
I've really enjoyed it. And like you say, you've put my nerves at ease now because we've actually gone live and produced our first show. So
yay!
Yeah. Thank you very much. And keep your eyes out for the posts and any of the groups and stuff like that. And subscribe to the channel because, like I say, we'd like to build it and we like to keep it going.
Yeah, guys. We should be back at 7 next week.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much, everyone. Take care.
Thanks very much. We'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.